Okay, as we established earlier, in Ezekiel 37 it says, "Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions." Okay, Judah, there's the representative, the one witness, the anointed. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph. There's the other noted, the stick of Ephraim, and for all of his house of Israel his companions. You got companions and you got representatives. So Judah and Joseph, right? So let's go over here to 1 Chronicles 5:2 and see what it says about it. It says, "For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler." He's going to be the king in the millennium. "But the birthright was Joseph's." The birthright qualifies Joseph to be also considered a firstborn son, right there. So what does Israel mean? Let's check. Let's see what Israel means. Okay. Let me just write this in real quick. In Exodus, Moses is instructed to say to Pharaoh, "Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my firstborn." So, Israel means firstborn son. So, let's get this over here. So, there we have Judah being a firstborn son, and Joseph being a firstborn son. So, let's go over here to Genesis 32:28. It says, "And thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince thou hast power with God and with men, and hast prevailed." To be in Israel is to be a prince. So once we've established that to be in Israel is to be a prince, we go back to Ezekiel 46. We see this prince offering sacrifices, and we know in the Levitic priesthood the king can't be offering the sacrifices. So this prince here is Joseph. He has the birthright, so he has a firstborn quality, so he can be the prince. And let me see, just to show you that this is Levitic priesthood. I mean, it shows Levitic in here all over the place. Let's see. Oh, let's go to the proof of that this prince is Joseph. It says, "Thus saith the Lord God, if the prince give a gift to any of his sons, the inheritance thereof shall be his sons. It shall be their possession by inheritance. But if he give a gift of his inheritance to one of his servants, then it shall be his to the year of liberty," which is the year of Jubilee. "After it shall return to the prince, but his inheritance shall be his sons for them." See, Joseph is the only one who had two sons that were two tribes, Ephraim and Manasseh. So when this prince Joseph gives any gifts to the tribe of Ephraim or the tribe of Manasseh, those sons, thousands and thousands of sons, will be able to keep that possession as their inheritance. Then we got to ask, does the high priest have a servant? We go over to John 18. John 18:10. And it says, "Then Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus." So yes, the high priest does have servants. Let's go over to Ezekiel, and we're showing that the Levites have the priesthood again. It says, "And the 5 and 20,000 of length and 10,000 of breadth shall also the Levites, the ministers of the house, have for themselves for a possession for 20 chambers." But if we look in here over and over, it shows the Levites are back in charge. Let me see. The Levites over against the border of the priests, the Levites shall have 5. See, they're the priests. It's a Levitic priesthood. So let's see what happens if there's a Levitic priesthood on earth, which there is. It just showed you that. Let's go over to Hebrews chapter 8. Now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such a high priest who is set on the high right hand of the throne of majesty in the heavens. That's Jesus right there. A minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle which the Lord pitched and not man. There's a tabernacle in heaven and Jesus is in charge of it. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifice, whereof it is of necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer. So there's the Levitic priesthood on earth. For if Jesus were on earth, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law. So right there, it tells you there has to be a high priest on the earth, because Jesus can't be it, because it's the Levitic priesthood. Well, let's go over to Revelation 5:10. 5:10. This right here is the verse that makes everybody think that Jesus is going to rule on earth and they're going to rule with him. And it has made us unto our God kings and priests. If you're a king and a priest, you're a Melchizedek order resident. You belong in heaven, not on earth. And we shall reign on the earth. Right there, that word on. That word on is epi. That word can mean on, but it can also mean over. Reign over the earth, or above the earth. That's where the Melchizedek kingdom people are going to be reigning, above earth. Do you think Jesus made those mansions to only last 7 years? No, he made those mansions to last 1,000 years. And how are they going to be reigning from heaven? Well, the high priest on earth will cast his lots, and he'll do the things that the law requires, and that's how it will be chosen. That's how the people will rule from heaven, the communication of the high priest on earth. So, let's take a pause there for a second. Okay, let's go over to Hosea 3:4. And it says, For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice. How many days? 2,000 years. They're going to go 2,000 years because that's the age of grace. Once the age of grace is over, the law will be back in effect, and King David will be here. The prince will be offering, the other prince will be offering the sacrifices. See how that's working? Jesus can't rule on earth in a Levitic priesthood, and this king can't be this prince, because this prince is offering the sacrifices. So we'll just stop there for now.